When it comes to dress codes, I don't think there's any more contentious category than smart casual, which kind of makes sense because the word smart and the word casual are in complete conflict with each other. So I got some people to argue on this video with us. The smartest guys in menswear. Here we have two wonderful guests. Number one is Peter from Peter's Prism. It's a very cool YouTube channel, styled through a Gen X lens, and also he has a really rich background in like design philosophy that he brings to it. And then we have an even more special guest, because he hasn't been on the channel before. We have Dan Hakimi, the second button on Instagram. He's a menswear writer and streamer on Instagram and his blog as well. Thank you for coming on the channel, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We are going to first go through summary fabrics. So if you already have like your kind of favorite sorts of outfits, you just kind of need to get more comfortable fabrics for summer. And then we're going to go bit by bit, the arguments about shorts, the arguments about sneakers, about t-shirts, all this kind of stuff. Smart casual, like what are some places where you might get a smart casual dress code?
Work, dinner party. Like somebody's getting engaged. A nice occasion that people want to get together and be nice, but not like pressure each other.
I always think about like a barbecue at your boss's place.
That's smart casual.
Or your father-in-law's, barbecue.
Well, there are also cases where there's no formal dress code, but like you're going to a nice bar or you're going on a date and you want to hit something around smart casual. It's not necessarily explicit, but sometimes, you want to be able to hit that level of formality and that sort of like vibe where you feel a little better about yourself, but you don't feel like you're formal.
There's actually no official governing body defining exactly what is and isn't smart casual, and you're going to find that we disagree with each other here. But I think, honestly, the main theme to remember is that, like, you have been given a dress code. So it's not your job to try and fit in as many, like, borderline pieces as you can. It's more like, no, you're trying to not be a bad guest here. On my end, I'm always just like, what's the least controversial, least conspicuous way to not look terrible and
so
not
you're
have to
wearing
think...
a striped terry cloth hemp collar. Sorry. It's not a bad shirt. I'm just saying it's not the least offensive shirt imaginable.
Well, this was a gift from our sponsor, Huckberry. I'll get them though. What are some good summer fabrics? Dan, what are your favorite summer fabrics?
Obviously linen. I think seersucker is probably more breathable than linen. Like in most cases, it might be the most breathable fabric out there. High twist wools, like summer weight, summer style wools can be fantastic.
Peter has a pair of summer tropical wool pants here from, is it Wills? From Wills, but they have 2% stretch. If there's a bit of stretch in something, is that bad for breathability for summer wear? What do you think?
I think it is in my experience. They're your pants.
I wore them yesterday. I found them to be very cooling, actually, because they were so loose.
It has great thermoregulating properties in general that either mitigates or counters the effect of the elastine. And also, a relaxed fit is going to make a huge difference. Like sometimes I wear gigantic pants that have their own circulation system, that have their own air currents in them.
We've covered linen, we talked about wool. Any others, Peter? Because we did a whole video on summer fabrics, so we could talk about other ones.
Straight up cotton, I think, is a lightweight cotton is a no-brainer.
Cotton poplin and plain weaves are generally going to breathe better than denim or than a twill weave, but it depends on the weight. It depends on how openly they're woven versus how tightly they're woven. It depends on a lot of factors.
It does depend on a lot of stuff. I just got these ones from Buck Mason. It's a 5.5 ounce poplin, and they're like just insanely lightweight. They weigh nothing.
He's wearing them now.
Hemp is also pretty good if you can find it. It's pretty rare, but it's got some pretty good summer properties.
Hemp, ramie, and linen are all extremely similar fibers. One thing I know about hemp is that it's twice as strong as linen.
They're also, you should note for summer, there are like a lot of like open knit, open weave, those like ribbed, textured, like a Talented Mr. Ripley kind of shirts.
Yeah, you're also seeing more and more like loose knit or crocheted
the crochet
shirting.
ones, yeah.
Some of those are pushing it for smart casual. Some of them you can see under the shirt. If you get a white color or a very light color, transparency can be an issue.
Yeah.
So either get a dark color or make sure that the fabric is thick enough to be opaque, or wear an undershirt. Peter
and I did a whole video breaking down a bunch of different summer fabrics that you can check out in the description below. But broadly, the main takeaway is minimize synthetics. Ideally have none, but it can be okay. Cotton is good, especially if it's like sateen. Hemp is good. Linen is great. Tropical wool is great. And seersucker.
Very underrated.
I was amazed it was 100% cotton. It looked like it might be synthetic or something. The way that it's puckered prevents it from sticking to the skin, and that's like the whole thing with why it makes it breathable. So that's cool.
Another thing about seersucker, people associate it with like the blue and white striped suits that like a Southern genteel is going to wear, but More and more brands lately have been playing with solid seersuckers, so a solid navy, a solid like ecru seersucker. That's fantastic. It looks cool. Nobody thinks you're a Southern.
And so, gentlemen,
Yeah.
an example of a place that does some good solid colored seersucker is Flint Tinder on Huckberry.com, who are the sponsor of today's video. So Huckberry, they own a bunch of brands like Wills and Flint and Tinder and a few other ones. But the good thing about their site is that they also stock a lot of other brands that they don't own, you know, so it's like a handy place to go to buy good stuff. Like this Fady camp color shirt is from, I got it off of Huckberry.
They carry Wythe.
Yeah, they carry Wythe, right? Yeah. Alex Mill is a really good brand for this sort of stuff. Alex Crane as well, which is like linen, all that stuff is on Huckberry. And the cool thing about Huckberry is they don't care if I talk about brands that they don't sell. Half the stuff we're going to talk about isn't on Huckberry, but a lot of it is. And this is the description below if you want it. Shorts. Hey, a short smart casual. Can I wear shorts if it's a smart casual?
It depends on what the actual occasion is. If it's smart casual in your boss's backyard, maybe. If it's a smart casual wedding, no. Sometimes smart casual means closer to the smart end, and sometimes it means closer to the casual end.
Yeah, again, like if it's a maybe, like probably should just do something else.
I would never wear shorts in a smart casual scenario unless I knew for sure it was something like my boss's backyard pool party.
Right.
But if it's not a party like that and you're trying to put on your 3-inch inseam shorts, no, nobody needs to see that much flesh in a smart casual environment.
I will say, I got some shorts from Todd Snyder recently. They're a little bit longer, they're pure cotton, they're black. I would never describe any shorts as dressy, but I think I could wear them in a smart casual context. Maybe to a bar, if we think of that as smart casual. A bar in the summer, an outdoor bar.
Yeah.
This might be my Australianness showing, but I would think that shorts are okay smart casual as long as it's not like cargo shorts, denim shorts, something like that. Like just like some chino shorts or pleated shorts.
Right.
I feel like it's kind of fine. I feel like if you don't want that, say business casual.
Another good example is golfing, which I don't know if you'd call that a smart casual occasion, but chino shorts are great for a golf, like on a hot day.
All right, so look, here's the official word on smart casual because we got the council of people who decide worldwide what words mean. It's better to wear lightweight, breathable trousers than shorts. Like that's just less likely to raise an eyebrow. If you're wearing shorts, chino shorts, that's really the only one, I think.
There
for
could
smart
be
casual.
like wool shorts but the only common option, is chino shorts.
Yeah, just know that
Yeah.
if Peter is there, he's going to say, nah, you messed up.
Yeah.
Hey, here's a question while we're talking about bottoms. Jeans, smart casual, what do you guys think? Are they allowed?
The Wall Street Journal asked me about this like a year ago, maybe more. And basically they're like, should people wear jeans to the office? Or they're dressier jeans? And they talked about like Studio Nicholson's jeans because they have like pretty unique cuts. And you have denim, you call them denim chinos. They're jeans, but they have slant pockets instead of the 5-pocket design.
Denim chinos are the best thing in the entire world. But we're talking about jeans. You got your contrast stitching, you got your rivets.
Right. All of those details are more and more casual. Again, smart casual is a vague dress code, so there might be occasions where your classic jeans are appropriate. I would generally err on the side of somewhat dressier. So either slant pockets or lower contrast or something.
Yeah,
or just chinos.
It's always better to be overdressed than underdressed. If you go to an event that says smart casual, yeah, I guarantee there's gonna be guys there walking around in jeans. That doesn't mean they're nailing it.
Yeah.
You know?
I would also agree to err on the side of being a little overdressed than underdressed. If you're just between jeans and chinos, lean towards the chinos, err on the side of the chinos. It's safer and it still looks, you're not gonna miss the jeans.
Shirts. Smart casual shirts. It's hot out. What am I gonna wear?
The style of shirt.
To me, when I think smart casual, I think a polo shirt. Like, putting aside if you think they're stylish or not,
Yeah.
that fits smart casual very well.
Yeah, the classic PK polo shirt is, a solid option.
I think even any fabric, as long as there's like a collar there, it'll fit smart casual. You're not going to get in trouble.
A lot of people are going to hear any fabric and think synthetic polos.
Well, don't do that.
Don't do that.
But actually, it's still going to be fine.
Yeah.
It might not look nice, but you won't be running afoul.
Right.
You're not going to
fine.
offend
Right.
anybody.
Yeah.
So a collared shirt is a big factor. I will say there are knit t-shirts, which is a weird name because every t-shirt is knit. It's a jersey knit. But there are t-shirts out there these days that are a little smarter. The Anthology makes a great one. There are a few other brands that...
Why are you
No
shaking your head?
t-shirts in smart casual. No.
Are you familiar with the Anthologies knit tees?
I don't care. If there's no collar, no.
Okay.
Is my boss at Mudding the Barbecue going to be familiar with Anthologies tees and how they're like pushing the boundaries of...
I think.
No, he's going to see a shirt without a collar and he's going to be like, get out of here.
I think people can tell that they're a little smarter. They look like a short sleeve sweater.
No.
No? Okay.
No t-shirt, smart casual.
So I personally would not wear a t-shirt to a smart casual event. You're absolutely right. T-shirts can be cut in such a way that they look very elegant.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, I know what you mean. I'm sure there are certain hosts who would be fine with it, but like, even if I'm at like a resort or some shit and they say, come to our random restaurant, make sure you dress smart casual. You come in a t-shirt, I don't care how nice it is, they're going to say no. Like, I've been turned away at resorts.
Yeah, that's fair too. There are places with strict dress codes.
The best thing is smart casual isn't that strict, but it does mean no t-shirt. I really think that's the one thing smart casual means.
I'll give you another brain teaser. A lot of people wear those knit tees with a sport jacket. You think if you wear a knit t-shirt with a sport jacket and it looks right.
I think that'll get you in.
Thank
I think
you.
that'll do it.
Thank you.
Another really good option for shirts in summer, smart casual dress code, are camp color shirts. There's a lot of people who don't like any short sleeve button-up shirt. There's a lot of guys who don't like patterns on their shirts. There's a lot of guys who don't like button-up shirts that you don't tuck in. Camp colors, that's like the one place where you can actually do all those things.
I think they lean casual because so many of them have patterns, because a lot of them come in rayon. It depends what fabric you have. Sure, that can be smart casual. It can also still feel casual.
The pattern and the color matter.
Yeah.
If you're going to put something like that on in a smart casual scenario.
I kind of think no matter what you do,
No.
it buttons all the way down. I think you'll be alright.
No, but like imagine it's like
I can
turquoise
test that.
with like imagine it's like purple and turquoise and it's got like lightning bolts.
Yeah,
on it.
I know.
That's not casual.
Hey man, you said then say business casual.
You think that's smart casual? Okay. There are some occasions for which they're safer for a backyard pool party, and there are some occasions for which they're a little more risky.
Smart casual footwear.
Loafers are a great option.
I think loafers are the king of smart casual. Yeah.
And there are different kinds of loafers, like penny versus tassel versus horsebit. I've gotten in fights with people over which is more, not fights, but which of those is the most casual.
I'm familiar with those debates, and they're worth having when you're talking about loafers to wear with a suit. Smart casual, any of them, it's fine. Yeah, any loafer.
Snuff suede loafers work with shorts, I think, very nicely.
I agree. If you're doing the slightly riskier moves that are probably fine, i.e. like camp color shirt and chino shorts, like that, even though some people don't like those, pair that outfit with like nice loafers instead of like sneakers or something, then that's going to get you through the door a little better. What do you think about the non-workout sneakers? We'll say that. We'll say casual sneakers.
Right. Lifestyle sneakers, maybe.
Lifestyle sneakers.
Yeah, I think they can do great. And they're really common. And again, if your goal is not to offend people, a lot of people are going to be wearing those. A lot of guys are going to be wearing those to a smart casual occasion anyway.
Yeah, they are.
You'll fit in.
I think so long as it's clear that these aren't the sneakers I just wore to the gym today. Peter, what are some other good smart casual shoes?
Desert boots. I think
desert boots are good. Yeah, for some. Yeah, that's right. 'Cause we got to remember we're talking about summer here. The desert boot really can go a lot of places, especially in this realm of casual versus smart casual, even like business casual a lot of the times. That's okay.
Again, I wouldn't wear them with shorts.
And it looks weird on me.
I don't like it.
But you probably won't get kicked out of a smart casual event, which is what we're doing here. Remember, it's not like what looks good. It's like what's allowable.
Yeah.
Here's a good question. Sandals, flip-flops, thongs. Thongs is an Australian term.
No flip-flops or thongs.
Yeah, no flip-flops, no thong sandals. I will say there are some people who are offended by any sandal, any man showing any degree of their foot. But there are like more covered up sandals, like Jacques Solivier has good sandals, like Mary Jane's got popular recently.
Can you see toes?
Not really.
Here's, I think, a good position on it is if you're wearing footwear that a foot fetishist would get off to. Because their thing isn't the foot, it's the toes.
That's a really good point, actually. Yeah. Because like if you're wearing footwear that exposes your gross like toes and your toenails and
but even if you got nice toes,
no one wants to see that.
But like toes, they are the nipples of the feet. That's like if you're a weird foot guys on the internet, as a guy who primarily posts about footwear, I've had my share of like weird foot guys in my DMs. You can show us a lot of foot, but if they can't see the toes, they're like, this isn't doing it for me. My favorite summer shoe
Exactly.
Is the Huarache.
Yes.
This is an unbelievably underrated shoe. What's funny about this
Oh, they
is
have a
it,
crepe sole too.
yeah, I guess. This is from Luca, which is a Huckberry brand. So they would be happy that I'm talking about this, except they don't make it this year. They made it last year and I've just kept them. So this is a good and bad promo for Huckberry. But plenty of people sell Huaraches. Huarache is the only shoe, besides like flip-flops, I can actually wear without socks. They're great, they are woven, plenty of airflow, and you cannot see your toenail nipples.
Espadrilles.
Espadrilles are
Yes.
a nice option. Very lightweight, breathable.
And often not leather, so that's a loophole.
you're not leather.
It is a loophole.
Yeah.
There is a question again of how smart versus how casual. I
Right.
think of Espadrilles as on the
That's
casual side.
that's pretty casual.
I know some guys also who talk a lot about wearing espadrilles with a suit. I think, again, that's pushing it. Similar to sneakers with a suit, it can be done. It can be done, but I
Gotta be
don't
the right
think...
suit.
Yeah, it's got to be a casual suit, and you have to be wearing it in a casual... Like, if I wear this linen suit like on vacation with a camp collar, maybe I can wear espadrilles.
Yeah.
I would not think of them as like a dress shoe replacement at all.
I think the most important thing is don't show your toes. The next important thing, make it leather. And after that, you're probably fine. Just go in the direction that's the least likely to get you in trouble.
Err on the side of dressier always.
That's our video on smart casual in summer. Let us know what we missed in the comments below, and make sure you give these guys a follow. This is the second button on Instagram. He's also got a great website, and Peter's Prism is here on YouTube and also on Instagram as well. And I'm also here on YouTube and on Instagram. Subscribe to us all. It's a big ask, isn't it? It's a lot of things to click. Well, just click on whatever you want.
All of us.
No, actually,
everywhere.
the most important thing is to click the Huckberry link below and go and buy
Do
some
that
stuff.
first.
Yes.
Then come back, follow all of us everywhere.
Just spend like 30 minutes debriefing from this video. You got a lot to do after this. Thank you for watching. Subscribe. We'll see you in the next video. Thanks very
Subscribe
much.
to thesecondbutton.com. Paid subscriptions are cool too.
Goodbye.